I very much thank the support provided by the Brazilian political science community, the great number of colleagues that by several and different means collaborated with us to achieving getting together now. The Brazilian Political Science Association and Fabiano Santos played a key role on this regard. Equally important has been the support of the Brazilian funding agencies and the private sector, which fully supported all local courses. The University of São Paulo here, represented by Professor Marco Antônio Zano, generously has put all resources we have asked for to make this conference as agreeable as possible. In particular, the director of the Polytechnics School, Professor José Cardoso, promptly agreed to host us these 4 days. Finally, my last words of thanks go to the local organizing committee staff. They have worked very, very hard to provide us the best conditions during these 4 days. Without their great and enthusiastic support, our working conditions would not be satisfactory. With the hope that all these efforts can guarantee we will all have some fruitful and exciting days ahead, I cordially greet you all. You are more than welcome here.
Passo a palavra agora ao professor Dr. Fabiano Santos, presidente da Associação Brasileira de Ciência Política.
Boa noite. I'd like first to say that it's very nice to have you all here. Thank you very much for your attendance to the conference. And greetings for my colleagues, friends, and leaders, members of this open session. Secondly, I would like to say a few words about the importance this conference has to the process of expansion and consolidation of the Brazilian Political Science Association. We think that association which is consolidated and relevant in the field must also be an internationalized association. In this sense, our conference certainly will help to build and deepen academic networks among Brazilian political scientists and scholars from different parts of the world. It's difficult to measure the short-term impacts a conference of this nature will have upon specific developments of the discipline in our country. What we certainly can say, however, is that it will be a definite step towards our common objective of being an important scientific association in the contemporary scenario. Finally, and as a consequence of the last point, I would like to mention some colleagues who believed from the beginning on the initiative's relevance and feasibility, and who also have been working hard on making this dream come true, as Walt Disney would say. First, I would like to thank Leonardo Morlino and Luciano Bardi for their support and trust upon our capacity to organize the conference. Thank you very much, our former President Urdisola, also for her support in the crucial moments of our decision-making process. And finally, special thanks to José Álvaro Moisés and Marta Hatch for their dedication, competence, and patience, qualities that anyone has to possess before deciding to organize this kind of seminar in our country. Thank you very much for all involved in the organization of the conference. And I wish for all of you an excellent discussion, excellent conference, and excellent debates. Thank you very much.
Chamo agora a pronunciar algumas palavras professor Dr. José Roberto Cardoso, diretor da Escola Politécnica.
Boa tarde a todos. Eu queria saudar o professor Marco Antônio Zago, pró-reitor de pesquisa da Universidade de São Paulo. Também saudar a professora doutora Maria Emília Tavares de Almeida, diretora do Instituto de Relações Internacionais da USP, em nome de quem saúdo todos os componentes da mesa. Bom, o Brasil recentemente foi nominado como um dos países mais atrativos para o desenvolvimento de pesquisas acadêmicas. Isso foi um feito importante aí, nos enche de orgulho. A cidade de São Paulo, em particular, é considerada uma das 10 mais importantes para o desenvolvimento dessas pesquisas. Isso nos colocou no roteiro dos eventos científicos mais importantes aí que temos no planeta. Esse que está se realizando nesse momento é um caso típico, né? De modo que nós nos sentimos muito orgulhosos de recepcioná-los aqui. A Escola Politécnica é uma escola de engenharia, de modo que é interessante ver um ambiente onde se estuda ciências políticas no nosso ambiente da tecnologia. De modo que eu tenho certeza que vocês terão aí 3 dias muito interessantes e muito ricos nos trabalhos que serão desenvolvidos nessas sessões. Muito obrigado.
Passo a palavra ao professor Dr. Luciano Bardi, presidente do European Consortium for Political Research.
Thank you very much, dear colleagues and friends, members of this panel, ladies and gentlemen. I am very pleased and honored to be here today for the opening session of this very important conference. We are here today thanks to the joint efforts of 4 very important institutions: IPSA, ECPR, USP, and of course the Brazilian Political Science Association. This has never happened before, and so it's already been stressed that this is a historical moment, and from the ECPR's viewpoint, it is also historical that for the first time we participate in the organization of a major event outside of Europe. We've been present in a number of international conferences with panels and individual contributions to those events, but this is the first time we participate in the organization of such an important event. And Marta Rech already mentioned how it came about that eventually we ended up in Brazil. Let me say that from my viewpoint, we couldn't really make a better choice. This is the best choice we could have made because of the theme of the conference, and which of course means we couldn't have found a better place to really see what happened to what once was the relationship between the North and the South of the world. The change is here, we see it with our own eyes, with Brazil's dynamic economy and emerging power status. So I'm really pleased that we made this choice. And of course the fact that part of the choice was determined by the friendships that had developed beforehand is fortuitous and I would say serendipitous, but very fortunate indeed.